Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, it is 9 p.m., which means, let's see, at 9 p.m. on a Thursday, which means we are having our quarantine happy hour, episode number 95. Let's see the title screen one more time. Boom! There it is. We are featuring tonight Max Abrams from the Mavericks, not the basketball team, I'm told. He is a saxist, saxman, sax player. Yeah, saxophonist. There we go. We'll go that route for the band, and he's an all around fun guy, and I'm excited to talk to him. We're gonna bring Lisa in now. In three, two, nope. Where'd she go? There she is, and Max. Hey, Lisa and Max. Cheers, guys. I still got y'all muted. Hold on. There's Lisa. There's Max. Y'all aren't muted anymore. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to episode number 95.
Bro, that's amazing. 95 episodes, man.
Yeah, it's very likely going to be the biggest and bestest show we've ever done ever in the history of shows. Can y'all see that on my hand? Can y'all see that?
No.
Good.
What?
I've got a big damn blister on my hand. I was swinging a shovel around yesterday, and I've got a big damn blister on my hand. And I'm trying to like hide it because it looks gross. But I am having an opening shot tonight. Our straight whiskey from the Old Humble Distilling Company.
Ooh, my man.
So feel free to pour yourself a drink. I would pour them myself if I was there, but I'm not.
You can only be in one place at one time.
Yeah, surprisingly, I can only be in one place at one time. So we're going to have Max. Lisa's over here on my left. Max is down here below me. I'm the Old Humble guy. Lisa, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lisa Linney. I'm the one who keeps the Old Humble guy out of trouble.
Well, you try.
I try, and when your wife is not on duty, I guess that's when I step in.
It is a very valiant effort, but I will start having my cease and desist letters framed and hung on the wall. I'm gonna collect those bad boys up.
You mean the cease and desist letters that I tell you? Oh yeah, those are gonna come.
Yeah, you're gonna get one of those. I'm like, yes, awesome. By the way, the reason we can't have nice things, I took a picture of it today in specs. The reason we can't have nice things is because a certain company out of Kentucky has a bucket of minis that has the logo of our favorite baseball team on it. And that's why we can't have nice things, because they put their minis in a damn bucket. Freaking gross. Anyway, so our guest tonight, this super talented, fun, interesting, because rumor has it that you're also an underwater, what did I write? Underwater botanist? Undersea botanist, I think. That may just be speculation and a pure unadulterated rumor.
Yes,
Max Abrams from the Mavericks.
Right on, brother.
The only person on the panel, I'll add, Lisa. The only person on the panel with sax appeal.
Yeah,
that was Lisa's joke.
It's a very important vowel. The distinction between an A and an E. Can I just share a quick story before we go any further?
Yes.
So this is the truth. The band I play with, the Mavericks, tours a lot, and one of our biggest markets is in Amsterdam. And saxophone has a lot of moving parts. Things break. And I'm in Amsterdam, and I desperately need to get a sax repair at a sax shop. And when you search for a sax shop in Amsterdam, Google thinks you're full of shit. They just couldn't believe that I actually needed a sax shop. Yeah, so having sax appeal,
Are you sure you're not searching for?
Yeah. Anyway, it's an important vowel. It's a small difference. Anyway,
would you prefer to search for?
Are you sure you want a sax shop?
I get that.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry, Google. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, but spell check loves it too.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, you're a super talented performer.
You're too smart.
First question. I do have some before I let you play and show off your talents. I got some questions because we've just come through a year of an apocalypse. Stages have been shut down. The nature of entertainment, the way we have connected with customers and audiences and all of this stuff has changed. How has it changed specifically for you?
Well, I mean, the biggest way is
I didn't take my opening shot. Cheers.
right on, brother. Right back at you. The little shot of the good stuff never hurt. Man, so I'm usually gone 170 days a year. We play about 110 shows a year, and that's on 170 travel days. So I usually spend every other day someplace that's not my home. So I really got a chance to be home this year, which was just once I got my spirit and mind in alignment with what was happening in the world. It was a joy. We did a lot of gardening. My wife and I got to spend a lot of time together. My mother and I got to spend a lot of time together. I got to practice a lot of stuff that I usually in the course of a year can't get to, really fundamental stuff on the saxophone and musically. So tried to just kind of get past the fear that we all went through and kind of all the financial weirdness, when your living is made touring, you're not touring, things can get a little funny, but tried to just accept what the time was and what it was going to be good for. But the biggest difference was, man, I didn't leave Nashville for the longest time in a decade for me, probably. Well,
yeah, I mean, I could see how that can be weird all by itself. I mean, especially if you're used to being on the road, just did you get antsy? I mean, after the first month or so, did you start to feel a little bit antsy, like you're not like traveling, like you need to get on the road? Did you have this, or were you able to successfully settle in and just kind of keep yourself busy?
Well, let me
being with wife, but what did it come a point where you're just looking around going, God, these walls are looking familiar?
Well, so let me just say, first of all, that the Mavericks spend an average of 3 weeks a year in Texas. And the one thing I truly missed were the beautiful people of the greatest state in the union. It was just, it really bugged me not getting down there. And it really bugged me, when you tour, you get to, you make a lot of friends. That's how I met Lisa, was just being out and touring. And, you meet people and you really enjoy seeing them. And I think, like a lot of us, there was just a lot of loneliness in a way. You sort of, we're social creatures. The brain centers for loneliness and pain are right beside each other. So, it's just sort of coming to terms with that. And then, the walls did start to close in a little bit. It got a little squirrely. But again, I'm sure the way you did, as a business owner during quarantine, I'm sure you guys had to make some changes, and there were probably some great things that came out of this year. And once I kind of accepted what the year was going to be, a lot of good came from it. And I know that wasn't the case for everybody. A lot of folks had a rougher go of it than I did, but tried to use it for what it was there for, and just did a lot of practicing and a lot of exercise, and just tried to keep myself from bouncing off the walls too hard. Tried not to drive the only person I could drive crazy were my wife and my mother, and I definitely drove them insane for a couple days here and there.
Yeah,
we're still married, and then the house is still standing, so I guess it didn't go too badly.
Well, yeah, that works out good then.
Yeah, man.
the baseline measure for success.
I still have, no one's in jail. I feel really good about that. All my fingers and toes are still attached. We're cooking, baby.
Yeah, there you go. I've been looking at old videos from a year ago when I spent time learning close-up magic.
Ooh.
like the ant did in the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I was not good at it, or I was good enough at it to do a couple of videos for a day, and then I was like, okay, I've learned how to do this, and now I can't do it anymore.
That's awesome. Cool.
We did a cooking show with my kids for like 3 days. I did a brief show on the Facebook side called Stuff That I Do When My Wife Isn't Looking, and I put a ladder out over the balcony and changed a light bulb. It's stuff that I do when she's not looking, because she's not going to watch me do that.
Because women don't want you to die doing dumb guy shit.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Lisa's like,
There's a reason why the life expectancy for men is less than that of women.
Yes.
and ladders are often involved.
It's generally because we've just had enough.
Facts. These are
we're
facts.
tired of listening to it. We're like, we're out. Bye.
Well, but let me ask.
The CDC and the World Health Organization, they have statistics on these things, and ladders are definitely a depressor on the life expectancy of men around the world.
Sure.
Is that what they call it? A depressor of life expectancy?
Depressor of life expectancy. Yeah. That's a very clinical term. I like that.
A ladder is a depressor of life expectancy. Now we know.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
You're going to die on that ladder. You got to get down. Like, oh, that's the plan. Jeez.
There's an old joke.
I'm hearing Bill Burr in my ear just going, that's the plan, woman.
No, it's a classic joke. You know, why do men die before women? Usually.
Why?
Because they want to. And husbands die before their wives because they want to. Terrible. Moving on.
Yeah, it's completely untrue as well, because I need to say that because my lovely wife may be watching.
No, we can't.
And I have a glass door here, so she can always come and give me that look.
Joe.
But I'm sure Lisa will give me that look at some point tonight.
Yeah. Joe, my mother is watching.
Oh, well, hello, Lisa's mother.
Hello, Lisa's mama. We love your daughter. She's fantastic.
Mother Lenny.
Mama Lenny.
Mama.
Okay, we'll go. Mother Lenny. That was a good one. Is that Diana?
That's Diana.
She's already said hi.
Yeah. Oh. So I've never seen her here before. I've suspected that she has watched, but
nobody watches these shows.
That was
we're streaming into the ether. Nobody's watching this. I didn't.
Where is Moose Cow?
I can give away all the trade secrets. I can help people see what.
What is wrong with your connection, Joe?
He is breaking up. Okay. So.
The feed just blitzed on. Rat poison in our whiskey. It has its own. The alcohol is its own poison.
What?
So there you go. Whenever I get the opportunity to explain badly what it is that I do, and it's the bad explanation of what I do is I sell delicious poison to people, and they pay me to drink it. That's what we do.
Life, brother.
And there's a Surgeon General warning on there and everything saying this is not healthy. Says it right there, but it's delicious, and it makes you a better dancer. And at some point, it makes me handsome, which is exactly what I need to in a drink. So there you go.
Brilliant. What's
Lisa.
not to like?
Yeah.
Oh, right. What's not to like? Lisa, would you like to introduce some music for us? Since you're the musical expert when it comes to this particular guest, because I have intentionally made myself mostly oblivious.
Okay, so
I mean, I've heard some of the music and it's really, really good, but still,
Max,
I got to keep up appearance.
He's going to play tonight.
Surprise!
So yeah, I'm flying a little blind here, but I'm gonna pull out those improv skills from middle school, and
then
we're gonna do what?
And then
we're just gonna go with it. So
and then I'm working on the improv.
I know. Yeah.
It's never no. It's always yes and.
Yes and.
Yes and.
And every song will start with a different letter of the alphabet, starting with F. Go.
Fly me to the moon and let me play on your stars.
I bet you play that one quite well.
I
So yes, we did discuss a little Frank Sinatra, a little Great American Songbook, selection. So yeah, Joe told me he was going to go flip through the Great American Songbook to see what selections he liked. But
yes, sure.
I was unfortunately busy putting together an order of whiskey. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, I did get that done.
A man's got to make a living.
Yeah, his wife would appreciate that. So, Max,
Yes.
what are you going to play first?
Well, guys, I thought about this a lot. Here's what I've noticed in the last week is that folks are starting to get their vaccinations. It's starting to get warm outside. I spent most of my fall and winter playing big, mushy jazz ballads, and we're going to get to a few of those here. But it's spring. I think we should play a little funk, just a little bit, not too much, just a touch. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want too much funk. It's still, we're not there yet. But I thought we just dip our toes into a little bit of it. I was thinking today about a tune by one of my favorite instrumental bands, the Crusaders, and they have a tune called "Put It Where You Want It." That's just one of my favorite instrumentals of all time. So I thought, in the interests of peace and love and friendship, that I would start with the gift of funk and see where it goes. We're going to get to the American Songbook stuff, the big mushy ballads, but I know, it depends on how people are feeling. If people want to comment, are you how much have you had to drink? Are you at a point where you want big mushy sad songs? Are you still up? What's happening with you personally? I'm just here to serve. You know what I mean? I just want people to have what they want. It's all.
For what it's worth, I was at a crawfish boil. Yeah, I was at a crawfish boil this last weekend, and we were actually discussing coming out of the pandemic and all this pent up energy and how there was going to be a baby boom come February-ish next year, if you go forward 9 months. And Put It Where You Want It sounds like a perfect theme for this post.
See, man, I'm telling you, it's in the air. It's in the air. I do a sound check before my show the night before just to make sure everything's working. And I asked people, because folks tune in for the sound check, and I said, what do you guys want to hear? Do you want ballads or do you want funk? And literally there were 70-year-old women that were like, we want to hear funk right now. And I was like, y'all got it, man. Just everyone just back up and we're going to go. So I don't know what's happening, baby, but I think that's what we ought to do. So I'm going to
go for it. Let's do it.
Hillary, you can tell me.
What?
Was one of those ladies screaming that she wanted some funk?
I'm telling you, it was a bunch of them, man. I don't know what was going on with it, but let's I'll switch some cameras here and away we go. All right.
You see, Lise, the married people baby boom already happened.
Woo!
That was the early part of quarantine. The single people baby boom is coming next.
Have you seen my selections from the dating app?
I'm saying.
Evidently, a lot of people want to make babies with Lisa. It's just Lisa doesn't want to make babies with a lot of these people.
Well, a lot of the people trying to make babies with Lisa are also babies. They're like 19 years old because she apparently has very high standards.
God forbid someone should have high standards. All right, lovelies. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll play some baby making music, and we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. We can change courses for the next tune. We got lots of options, guys. I don't want you to feel locked into this.
Awesome.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. Let me dial this up. Okay. All right.
Nicely done.
Thank you,
That's
my
good
friend.
music. I'm not music. Bravo. Okay. So this, like, I was thinking about this while you were playing. One of the things that I've lost now. I love this platform that we're working on, the StreamYard platform. But when I had it on Zoom, on my previous platform, the Zoom, we were all up there. Even when I put my screen to you as the solo artist and the broadcast screen out, your screen could still see us, your audience.
Sure.
As we jammed along with you and enjoyed the music. Do you miss playing for live? I mean, you're back playing on stages. Did you miss playing for live audiences during the? Did you miss that feedback? That immediate feedback of the audience just vibing with you?
Yeah. This is going to sound kind of corny, but one of the things I thought about a lot during this quarantine was the old Zen koan: if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? And the answer is no. It doesn't. Being able to share the same moment at the same time with someone that you love, that you can experience something with is just one of the greatest joys of making music. I think personally, the reason I started playing music is because it was a way to be around people that I liked. I was never a fast runner. I was blind. I had a bad leg. I couldn't play sports. So music was kind of the way that I met the world, and not being able to do that was hard, for all of us. And, for a lot of folks that for whom, music is their way of meeting their friends and going out and experiencing joy and love and beauty. It's hard for everyone. But the joy of it was that I got to do a lot of sax. I got to practice a lot this year and work on stuff that nobody wants to hear. Like, it's like you when you're working on Whiskey Man. No one wants to see the process. People just want to taste the result. So for me, the advantage of not being out and about and seeing people was that I got to kind of get into some real ugly basics that aren't fun to listen to. But it was lonely. I missed it. I missed people. But we played a show in Kansas City last week. And it was just like getting shot out of a cannon, man. It was so much fun. We played Texas the week before down at ACL in Austin, and that was just incredible. Just seeing old friends and playing music with folks I love, and it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. There's a music festival we go to in September called the River Revival, and I am so looking forward to getting back to that. It's this 3-day outdoor camping trip on the Guadalupe River with music and all the whiskey and all the food and all the all you can eat, all you can drink, all the river you want, and all the music you can stomach. Over the course of 3 days, and it's just, I can't wait to get back. They couldn't do it last year. They had to do it a different format, and it just wasn't quite the same. But being able to get back to how we were before, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Is that going to be your first? That's going to be your first show back?
It'll be the first. Yeah, that'll be our first live performances that I'm planning on going to. I'm sure I'll hit a few here at the bars, a few of the smaller ones, but that's going to be the first big crowd of strangers
Mm-hmm.
outside of like, just a couple of hours, like at a crawfish boil or something like that. This will be the first big crowd of strangers that'll be around for 2 or 3 days. So it's going to be
I got you.
It's going to be fun because a lot of these people I haven't seen in 2 years.
Yeah.
But you do, you transitioned during the quarantine, not just you. I mean, you weren't playing in front of live physical audiences. You were playing in front of virtual audiences.
Yeah.
Doing your show on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Which was a godsend.
And that show is it's still going on every Tuesday. Is it Tuesday and Thursday?
Every Thursday, 2:00 Eastern time and 8:00 Eastern time. So yeah, a lot of folks.
Yeah. And
come in from a lot of folks join from work and from Europe during the 2:00, and then folks have dinner with me for the 8:00. Yeah.
And the links for the Facebook page, the Facebook show, and the times are down in the description of this video. So go to it and find it, bookmark it, schedule it on your day planners or whatever.
Yes.
And do the thing that people who are responsible and schedule their time to watch TV shows still do, or internet shows.
Right on, baby.
Do y'all refer to this stuff as TV? Because I still refer to this stuff as TV.
Oh yeah,
even though it's not at all TV. Okay.
What do you call it, Lisa? I don't know. What is it?
She hadn't watched TV. She calls it books.
I don't watch. Well, yeah. And you know what? I have to think about, because I know Joe is going to ask me every week, what movie did you watch this week? So like I have to. I've started keeping track. It's a short list.
It's entirely possible that may come up.
I know. But like I tell people when I tell people, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch Max play or watch Max's show.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say TV. So
it's still a show. It's a show.
It's a show. And I have an alarm.
Actually, she usually says she's gonna go watch the Mavericks. Mm-hmm. And I usually say, oh, who are they playing this week?
Say what?
She was not the basketball team. And I'm like, because it's funny.
The band, not the basketball team.
Yeah.
But no, when I'm talking about your
Facebook
show, I have an alarm set for 3 minutes prior to when it starts.
You're so sweet.
Today it did not work out, but yeah, I have my Max Abrams alarm. So, and my mom says you're awesome.
Oh,
yep.
Well, I think your daughter's awesome. Right on.
So normally on Max's shows, he plays along with a track. Mm-hmm. So were you doing that this time?
Yeah. That was the thing about quarantine. The problem with saxophone is you can't sing while you play it because it's in your mouth, and you can't play chords on it. So the only way that I could do it safely, because it's not like I could have a whole band here in my house, was to start playing with tracks. And it's been a blast. Like, it's it really made me practice a lot because I have to carry the whole thing. Usually I've been in bands my whole life. Like, so just having to be a solo act is not something I've ever done before, but it's kind of a narcissistic exercise in a way, but it was a real blast to just have to play a ton of saxophone. I haven't played this much saxophone since I was in college, So yeah.
Were you playing this? Did you play this last song with a track?
I mean, unless there's a band somewhere in here, then yeah, because that's so. Okay. What? Long story short, there's a program called.
We didn't hear
it. We did not. So you sounded lovely, absolutely solo.
We heard this. We heard you.
Oh,
we heard you, but we couldn't hear the track.
You sounded great.
Shit.
But you sounded fantastic. It was amazing.
Oh no! That's not how. Why didn't you guys tell me? Hang on a second.
Because you sounded awesome. We were jamming. It was great.
Okay, there are tracks. Sorry.
Okay.
And, so what I realized that's been the great and frustrating crap. That's the great and frustrating thing about this entire exercise is that everyone in America now has to be a TV producer by themselves. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, how long did it take you to figure out how to do this podcast? Right? How long did it take you to? Right.
That's one of the reasons that I wear these, is because if I'm looking at the camera, I can't be looking down at my keyboard. But if I wear these, it kind of looks like I'm looking at y'all while I'm typing and looking at all the other places.
So,
Got
and
it.
by these, he doesn't just mean a pair of sunglasses. He's actually wearing his glasses under the sunglasses.
Actually,
Hey, man.
not tonight.
Seriously?
I took them off. Yeah, I had a headache. I took them off. I haven't been wearing them for most of the night. So, like most of the day, I haven't even bothered wearing them.
Usually, Joe is wearing two.
By the way, folks, I drive around the Humble area sometimes. I can see pretty okay without my glasses on, just so you know. And I'll be driving to San Antonio tomorrow. So just heads up, everybody, on I-10.
Right on. Right on. Hey, can I try something here real quick? Can I see?
There's more dangerous people than me out there.
Will you guys just tell me if
tee up your next song?
I
man.
do. Well, let me just tell me though if you.
Okay.
Tell me.
The audio went out. Like we can't hear you speaking at all.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So we can hear his voice now. I can hear the track now. Yes, we can hear the tracks. Yes. Cool.
All right. So everything.
And now your voice is back now too.
Now back. Okay. So I just got to remember to flip stuff over. All right.
Yeah. There's some switch. No worries.
Yeah. Just got to switch.
All right. Well, Lisa, Max.
All right, Lisa. What are you in the mood for? You want some Latin? You want a ballad? What are you in the mood for?
Latin.
Okay.
Latin. Awesome.
You in the mood for more of you want sway or Bésame Mucho? I got both.
Oh, let's do sway.
Okay. For the lovely and talented Lisa Linney, sway. So this is the title tune from my first solo record. I used to play this one with the Mavericks a lot and always got jealous of Raul because I wanted to play that melody. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I recorded this one 6 years ago, and it's on Spotify and Bandcamp and all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll keep going with sway. All right, so you're gonna lose me. You're gonna lose a voice here in a second, but you'll get. It won't be a solo saxophone performance this time. There'll actually be music with it. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, start waving your arms frantically, and I'll see you.
We will do just that.
Perfect. Or at least text me or something. We'll figure it out. All right, here we go.
We'll give you a sign. So cool. While we're waiting for the audio to turn on, Lisa, real fast, what podcast did you listen to this week?
No podcast.
No podcast?
I know. I was on this one.
Well, okay, that's fair. Oh God, you don't have like a whole list of podcasts that you listen to when you commute? Because
you know what my commute is?
No, I guess not. I mean, my commute was like an hour, so I had like a whole series of podcasts that I listened to.
Maybe 20 minutes, and I put the Mavericks and Whitney Rose and. Oh gosh, who else was it? Oh, Jesse Daniel. Been listening
the Lisa Linney playlist, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Mavericks.
The Last Bandoleros.
You have excellent taste, Lisa. Let me just add, you have excellent taste.
So put that on shuffle, and open up the sunroof when it's not raining, and as soon as I hit the freeway, roll down the driver's side window, and the wind blowing in my hair. And
you put your hands in the air because you're playing your song and. You know it's going to be okay?
No. Not my
butterflies fly away.
No. More like, holding onto the steering wheel, pretending like I'm in a convertible and singing really loudly.
Made your mom laugh.
And driving way too fast.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I get that.
Ready?
Max, you ready?
Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You go ahead and start playing. We'll shut up when you start. You're the star of this show. Max Abrams, everybody. Woo! Oh wait, I need to hit that button there. Boom. There. Woo!
Thank you.
Hang on.
Bravo, bravo. That was awesome. That is, man, this is fun.
Here we go.
Our own personal chamber music. This is awesome.
Yeah, baby. We take requests. Whatever you guys are in the mood for.
Yeah, that's right. Anybody in chat, throw in a request. And by the way, the scroll down to the bottom shows the tip jar, PayPal, Venmo, and you can get CDs at bandcamp.com, maxabrams.bandcamp.com, and you can also find Max over on the Instagrams. His Facebook show, the Great American Songbook, Great American Songbook is in the description of this here video, so you can go find him on Thursdays, correct?
Thursdays, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern,
There
1
you
o'clock,
go.
7 o'clock Central. Whatever you're into, we're around. Yeah, man.
Eat the mountain and western time zones. Just screw you guys. Y'all don't even get it.
Just call me. I'll explain it to you. It's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together, guys.
And if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's just don't even try, because the music comes upside down and it is hard to even follow.
You know what's funny, man? Sometimes I get Australians in for my morning show, for my 1 o'clock show. They're actually 3 hours behind us in the future. It's tomorrow, 3 hours earlier. It's super weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but yeah, and they're upside down too. God only knows how does that work? I have so many questions.
Yeah, so here's
Sure,
a true story.
Yeah.
Burning question that I've always had for people who lived in the southern hemisphere. Which direction is north? And it sounds dumb, But up here, like normal people, we go, that's north, right? It's common knowledge. You just, north is up, south is down, east, west. The cardinal directions, we know which direction these are. Left way is right way is up and down, and they correspond to the different directions, right? Yep. Well, in the southern hemisphere, they are standing up. Every time I've asked someone from the southern hemisphere this particular question, which direction is north, they point up as well, which is the opposite direction of where north is for those folks, because up is south for them. But because, our northocentric colonized north. And I find that to be absolutely fascinating, because at some point on the actual geography of the earth, north is left or right, depending on which direction you're facing, east or west. And then it eventually becomes down. But they didn't ask me when they were setting those rules up.
No.
Well,
I'd have made it done right.
I'm thinking about this
Yes,
because it's a circle. But hang on a second. But let me ask you this, because technically, from that perspective, because it's a circle, if you're pointing up, as soon as you fly over the curve of the earth, you're then pointing down. So, I mean, I feel like that's a very subjective piece of business there.
It's very subjective. Down. It's absolutely very subjective. Because, this is clearly not north, but, that's how our maps are oriented. North is up, and that's how we always, from grade school, uptown or up the road or up towards Dallas is north of here. Down towards Houston is south of here.
Yeah.
Do you know what this does in high school debate?
What?
Creates an entire argument about North and South Hemisphere civil war, and it all leads to nuclear. Everything leads to nuclear war in high school debate.
Obviously, yes.
So, but that's
these are the kind of conversation we used to have in bars. This is perfect bar conversation. And here's something that blew my mind one day: how weird and dumb the southern hemisphere is. If you go into the southern hemisphere, the moon is upside down. They don't teach you that crap in school. The moon is upside down in the southern hemisphere. They have different stars. They don't have a North Star. They don't have a Big Dipper. They can't see the Big Dipper because it's on the other side, literally on the other side of the earth from them.
Oh my God.
They don't have a North Star. They don't have the moon's upside down. They have a different moon than us. When you're facing the sun sets on the facing the sun sets on the left instead of on the right. Because when we're facing the sun, it sets on the right and not the left. Everything's backwards. And also, they have kangaroos in the southern hemisphere, and we don't have those up there. And just every part of the southern hemisphere is just wrong and weird.
Hey, can I just point something out? Lisa's mom just dropped the comment, wait, is this Mensa? Dude, Lisa's mom is coming for you, bro. She is coming for you. There it is. Boom.
And hi, Muska.
This is the real reason that Joe wears the hat, is to keep his brain from exploding all over his home office.
But for real, I'm driving to work one day, or driving home from work. I can't remember if it was to or from. It was probably on my way to work, because that was when I did my best thinking. And it just occurred to me, boom, the moon has to be upside down in the southern hemisphere, because you're literally upside down in the southern hemisphere. The moon hasn't changed direction, but they don't teach you this stuff. They don't teach you this stuff in school. You have to be in your mid-40s driving to work, and it just hits you while you're sitting in traffic. And that's a danger to society in general, because, God knows what could happen when you're behind the wheel and something like that hits you.
Man.
So
you're lucky you didn't die.
These kangaroos,
I'm going to fight one when we get 1,000 subscribers.
So God creates this kangaroo, and somebody looks at it and goes, hey, that's cute. You know what God says? It has pockets.
Yeah.
You're hilarious. Well played, Lisa Lenny. Well played.
Well played, indeed. Yeah, but they are opening up an aquarium over here near my house on the north side of Houston, here in Humble, and that aquarium is going to have kangaroos. And when we get 1,000 subscribers to this very YouTube channel, I'm going to go fight one of those kangaroos.
Bro, do not
They're just going to be
fight.
sitting there in their little vests and their fedoras, smoking their cigarettes. I'm going to teach one a lesson.
No, not to double back to the beginning of our
And we're going to
conversation.
record it, and it'll be my 1,000 subscriber special.
Lisa, what did you call it?
Yep.
The
I'm sure they've got a
depression
boxing
male-
arena there.
of male life outcomes or something. What was the term you used?
That the
A male
Life
life comes
expectancy.
or out.
The depression of
yeah.
male life expectancies?
Oh, those were ladders. Ladders are depressors of male life expectancy.
Right. As by the by would be fighting a kangaroo, bro. Have you ever seen these things?
Right?
They're
Oh yeah, they're
jacked as
jacked.
hell.
They know it.
They fight.
They're jacked. They have an attitude. They're sitting there just like smoking their dumb cigarettes with their stupid wallets with the chain on it. They need to get put in their place. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'll watch the fight. Don't get me
And I'm
wrong.
gonna
I'm
do
here
it.
for it, but I care about you, and you've got
Yeah.
kids, man. I don't want you getting your nose broken by a kangaroo.
Well, I assume that this aquarium, since they have kangaroos, they're going to have a boxing arena. Because why have kangaroos without a boxing arena?
God,
That's
that's
dumb.
true.
So, I mean, it's probably just part of the program. I'll just go sign up, sign the sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
I'll no doubt have to bring my own gear,
Yeah.
sign the waiver.
Yeah.
We'll do this thing.
I love there's a gal in the chat, Moose's Gal Corner, who's like, she was totally with you through the Southern Hemisphere thing. She's like, school doesn't teach us a lot, you know. And then her next comment is kangaroos? ? You're covering a lot of ground here, man. Yeah, there it is.
Hey, Max, can you help us out and play something else?
I don't know. I like where this is. You're
Yeah,
covering
play something.
some ground here, bro.
This is why I invited you to the
Because
show.
it only gets better from here.
I can remember kind of being the moron in college physics when they were trying to explain to us why things aren't upside down when you're on the bottom half of the
I never
earth.
took college physics.
Well, we won't dwell. Okay, so Lisa, since you were kind enough to have me on this beautiful show, would you like
But
to...
the moon literally is upside down.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the moon phases go the other direction. It literally is
It
upside
doesn't
down.
make any sense. None of this makes sense, man. We should drink more. Then it will make more sense. Everyone should have a shot of Old
Well,
Humble.
I mean,
and
that does.
try to just do the best you can. You know, just do the best you can, man. Good God, it's a miracle we're here at all.
So, Max,
Yes.
the H is silent.
What?
The H is silent
In what?
in humble.
Oh, in Humble. Oh, it's Humble.
I wasn't gonna
Because-
dwell on that. That's how we point out the people who aren't from around these parts. I mean, if he was here for a few hours, he'd get it.
Now,
It'd be no problem.
listen. You guys got to work with me here. You know what I'm saying? Like we've made it through this.
But-
We didn't get COVID. We're still alive. We have to help each other. You can't.
I get you. But no,
Yeah.
that is a true story. Whenever the local news programs will get a new traffic person or weather person, and they say, traffic's building from on the 59 North Freeway from Humble all the way down into downtown, we're like, that guy's new.
Yeah.
He clearly, he'll get it in a week. And
So it's-
sure enough, it only took him a couple days.
It's more like a
French, or it's silent because the guy was French.
It's more like a British
Yeah.
French thing, like old Humble.
Or English.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was a Brit,
Mhm.
and he didn't pronounce his H's because he was some kind of Cockney.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Okay.
we get both stories. We get the story that he was French, and then like a family member will say, "Oh no, he was my great grandfather, and he was definitely British." And then somebody else will say, "No, he was my uncle, and he was definitely French." And I don't think anybody even really knows anymore. It's like the history in Futurama, where people are riding dinosaurs with wheels.
I don't know who this gal Moose's Gal Corner is, but I love this hashtag learning with old Humble. Like,
Yeah, she's the
really-
best. I love her to death.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
yeah,
you're just stating
one of our
just-
regulars.
you're just stating facts, bro.
Mhm.
There's no
That's
H
it.
in
We're just-
Humble, and
No, there is an H. It's just
We're just stating fact. Oh no, the H isn't humble, and it's silent. And if you don't like it, you can get the H out of humble. Ah,
right there. See,
We had bumper stickers when I was a kid. Not
the-
kidding. That was a thing.
get the H out of Humble, baby. All right. Well, Lisa, since you were kind enough to have me on your beautiful old Humble podcast, what are you in the mood for? You want more Latin? You want some jazz? You want some funk? It's dealer's choice here.
maybe let's revisit the funk with a track this time.
Okay, funk with the track. Let's see here. I like the way you think. Let me find a good one. Let's see here. You feeling like New Orleans-y funk or like up-tempo funk? Where's your heart at right now? What are you in the mood for?
Oh, definitely New Orleans.
Okay. So let's play a tune by my favorite band ever from New Orleans, a group called the Meters. That had, have you guys ever heard of the Neville Brothers? Does that ring a bell? Okay, so some of the Neville Brothers were in the rhythm section. It was Art Neville, the B3 player for the Neville Brothers. This was his band before the Neville Brothers, and he wrote this tune called "Sissy Strut," and it's just one of the grooviest, jammiest, funkiest tunes of all time. Good tune to drink to, I might add. So yeah. We've got another fact here. Humble name for an original settler founder named Pleasant Smith Humble.
Yep, he owned
Humble.
He owned a trading post and eventually the postmaster post, and the post was the mail just said send to Humble's postage, whatever postage stop, and the place became just known as Humble.
Right on. All right.
It had originally been a stop called the Jackrabbit Junction because it was a picnic stop on a rail line where people would literally go from Houston to have a picnic and shoot jackrabbits.
I love that. Texas. All right, lovelies. I'm going to switch microphones here so you can actually hear a track, and we'll play some meter.
Sounds good. Absolutely, the camera will be yours shortly. But that's actually, I'm thinking we'll do a Jackrabbit Junction bourbon or whiskey. We'll come up with a particular product to call Jackrabbit Junction because that's just a cool story. Like, that's how they would spend their afternoons. Go up, have a picnic, and shoot rabbits.
We need a rabbit on the label.
Of course we have a rabbit on the label. Maybe a little rabbit topper on our little rabbit topper up here.
I'm not so sure about that, Jeff.
Oh, sure. It'd be fun.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yep. Fire away, Max.
All right, baby. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
That was awesome.
I
Man,
love that one.
that's so much fun. This is a fun show. I'm happy. I'm very happy. It was a great show. Thank you, Max. You have been a tremendously fun and talented guest. I appreciate you agreeing to join us and put up with my nonsense.
Well, I like people that make stuff, man. I like people that make anything, especially booze. I like people that make good whiskey. So it was a real honor to be asked to be here. I like entrepreneurs. I like folks that set out on their own to do their thing. And Lisa's been a buddy for a long time, and she told me about you. I think we discussed this last year. That you were getting into it. We've talked about this before. But yeah, I just think what you're doing is the grooviest, man. And I can't thank you enough for having me. It's a neat thing. To be
thank you, man.
Yeah.
And hey, really cool news. In about 2 months, we will have an actual tasting room with a stage, and we'll be able to actually host physical performers. We've got about 5 more of these programs that I have planned out to get to episode 100, when I will desperately lean across the finish line and call it a series. And then we'll transition this show to doing a live show, very similar to what we're doing here, but we'll actually have a live audience and live stage and live talent on the stage.
Yeah.
And it'll be an opportunity to not only have a big show on Saturdays with an audience and be able to share the performers' work, not just with the folks at the distillery, but also with the twos and twos of people who tune into our program on the YouTubes, but also a chance just to have a fresh new community inside of a room, sharing the spirit properly, proper and safe. I'm looking forward to that, and you have an open invitation. So
I will take you up on it.
Anytime you find yourself in the area, you're welcome to come by and just kick whoever's on the stage off.
Well, now I have a question for you two, actually, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And that is, I've been touring since I was 21. Right, that's when I went on the road, and I've pretty much been out. I'm 43 now, so it's been a long time. So I've been in front of thousands of audiences. It's been every state in the union, etc. The best music audiences in the U.S. are in Texas. Hard stop.
Okay.
Wow.
Period. Absolutely. Denver is second, but Texas is first. They're just the best music fans in the world. They're the best dancers, and people come out for music in Texas. And what I want to know from you, since I'm not a native Texan, is why. Why is it so different in Texas? I can't figure it out. I've loved it. It's been a great blessing. It's been one of the greatest blessings in my life to play music in Texas. I've met so many friends and had so many amazing nights, but I just want your perspective on why Texas is different.
If I had to wager a guess, Lisa, you go ahead and wager a guess.
Well, you know what the state motto is, right?
I don't.
Something about friends, or that.
Neither does Lisa. It's the friendly state. Friendship, friendly state.
Right. No, I mean the word.
She was literally asking you.
Do you know? Hang on, Lisa. Let me get my glowing rectangle here and Google the Texas state motto.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
I got you. Don't you worry.
You're calm. Yeah, I mean it's something like, you know, friendship state or something like that, or be friendly, or anyway. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like reaching back into my second grade sesquicentennial state history year. So, but I mean, it's just, you know, the people here are warm and friendly, and not just because it's hot and humid. But I don't know. I mean, I think that I like to call Houston the biggest small town in the world, because you run into somebody that, you know, I haven't seen in 20 years, the grocery store. And it's like, hi. Yeah, we lived in the dorm together, or whatever. But I think that, you know, many people in Texas are just friendly and yearning to connect, even in, you know, pre-pandemic times. And you know, there's a lot of fantastic, talented musicians who, you know, have come up here in Texas. You know, here in Houston, George Strait is, his origin story is legendary for being a last-minute replacement at the Houston Radio one year, and that's how he got his big break. I can't remember who got sick.
And that's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
George Strait replaced somebody, and nobody remembers who that somebody was.
No, it was somebody really big, really somebody we would remember today. Again, I'll have to use the glowing oracle of the handheld variety.
Probably someone named Jimmy or Wayne or Doug or something. Yeah, you know.
Likely.
So, but I mean, there's a big connection to music here in Texas.
Yeah.
You see, if I'm going to wager a guess, I'm going to say it's because historically people, like, nobody was born in Texas. Everybody who's in Texas came from somewhere else. And wherever else they came from has their own musical flavor and musical tradition, just like their own food traditions and whatever. But forever and ever and ever, the way that these rural communities came together was in the ag hall or the pool hall or
the dance hall.
Yeah, the dance hall, wherever it was. And, you know, somebody would play that guitar and it would sound different than how they ever heard it before because they're from Illinois or they're from Ohio or they're from New York or wherever they came from. And, you know, put a beat behind it, grab your jug and start, you know, doing whatever people do when they have time on their hands. And they just made noise and it turned into really kind of funky, cool music. And it's just, I mean, I'm sure that's how it's been everywhere else as well. You know, it's just, you know, they play music, but here it's just, we come, like, nobody was born in Texas. There's a small chunk of people, but there's whatever 30 million people in this state, and except for a handful of lucky ones that were born here, we all came from somewhere else for the most part. And it was, you know, we bring our traditions, and we just you know, I mean, there's for the longest time there was just nothing else to do. There was no electricity. There was no TV.
Well,
not until the 50s.
100 years ago, or 150 years ago, the settlements were Czech and German and Spanish.
Yeah, that too. Exactly.
And these cultures.
Yeah.
Mingled.
And then you come to the urban areas like Houston. That's just this big melting pot from everywhere else. On top of that, that's Houston, to a large extent, the urban. I learned this from my comedian friends. Texas in general is a great proving ground for people who want to make their millions in New York and LA. They come here, they become professionals, and then they go there and they make their money. And this is just a great place, a great stop for good, young, talented people to come through because we just have a whole bunch of people who can't go outside because it's too hot. So we stay inside and dance.
We over air condition everything.
Yeah, no, that I've noticed. That's actually
even the spaces
Lisa,
in between buildings. We dug
the state motto
dug a trench
is in
and
fact friendship, but there is some debate about that because when you do the translation from the Indian, the other possible translation of that word is air conditioning. So the state motto is there's some debate about it. It could be air conditioning or friendship, or both. Air conditioned friendship.
They're really the same thing because I mean there would be lots of friendship and marriages that would not survive without air conditioning.
That is a true statement.
Amen.
And it's extremely frustrating when you find out your air conditioner is broken in December. We shouldn't know these things in December. I should not know how my air conditioner functions in December because I shouldn't be using it. But that's usually when you find out that your air conditioner is broken. It's unfortunate.
Better to find out then than August.
Yeah, very true. Max, do we have time for can we trick you into playing one more song before you leave?
I can do this all day, baby. Come on. It's
awesome, because we're officially past the 1 hour mark.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, we're officially past the 1 hour mark, but I want to hear one more song before I wrap it up.
All right. Okay. So Lisa, since you were kind enough to call me to participate in this beautiful thing, are you in the mood for Latin or jazz or funk? It is strictly your choice, my dear.
Well, I would like to check and see if our audience has any requests before I make one.
Okay, because we can do some swing stuff. We can do a big mushy ballad. We can do.
Oh, you said the S word.
What's that? Swing?
Swing. You know I Lindy Hop, right? Or at least I did before the
pandemic. I did know that. Yeah.
Oh, Lisa, just say it. Say it. You have to. We're on the internet. We're on the YouTubes. You have to say it the right way. Lisa, you are a swinger. You need to say it proudly. You need to announce it to the entire world. Say it out loud. I swing. I go to swing parties.
Dancing. Swing. Dancing.
Well, yeah, but you got to mutter that part. I swing. Dance.
Yeah.
I go to swing dance parties. We walk through the door. We put our keys in the bowl, and then we go swing dancing. Come on. It's the internet.
Man, I'm watching Lisa like.
Yeah, I've been waiting for just the right time to get that look.
Yeah. Anyway, can we do some swing? I'm taking back my offer to our audience.
Come on, everybody in chat. Let me know if you want to see Lisa swinging. Because I'm pretty sure we can host your mom's.
No, her mom just commented. Oh my
Parents
God.
over shoulder. Parents over shoulder.
Oh my God.
But we are going to have swing dance parties at the distillery once we get our tasting room up and running. Probably weekly swinging parties, dancing. It's going to be great. We have all the swingers from the Humble, Kingwood, Atascocita area come in and.
Listen.
Oh,
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Really?
There is,
really.
There is a club.
There's all kinds of bad publicity.
There's a club down west of my shop on 1960, about 15 minutes down the road, that is called the Landing Strip, which is a swingers club. I know this because I tried to trick one of my salespeople to going in there and selling some whiskey, getting to carry at the bar, but she didn't, and I was very disappointed.
What's the old line from Hotel California? Some people drink to forget. I mean, I'm sure they could use a shot or 10.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Oh God! So I guess I have to send this next swing number.
A long distance dedication.
A long distance dedication to my favorite swing dancer, whose mother is watching the show. Holy shit. Whoo! All right.
What's
salty. All right. I'm gonna switch microphones, let this simmer down for a second. Chat amongst yourselves. Hang on. Then we're gonna play, we're gonna play some swing for you. Hang on just one second. Yes.
So,
Yeah, see, Chris has the right idea. I'm just trying to help you on the dating app.
Yeah.
Just trying to help.
Yeah, Joe's help is not appreciated at all.
Oh, goodness gracious. Such good times. Such good times. And see, we're way out in the middle of the woods, out in the country. Like, we could raise all kinds of ruckus out there. Ain't nobody gonna hear nothing. It's great. The only people to be disturbed is the deer and the varmints running around in the woods.
And the people who go to the gym across the.
Oh, they're all done by 6 or 7 o'clock. They don't hang out for the fun stuff.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hit it, Max. Go for it. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. And see.
Thank you.
Yay!
Fabulous.
So much jazz, so little time. Well, man, y'all, thank you. A little Charlie Parker
Turn
tune
on your microphone.
called,
There you go.
hang on, you got me now? There we go. You got me?
Yeah, we got you.
Cool. That was a little Charlie Parker
got
tune
you.
called Now's the Time. Great for swing dancing
Mhm.
and possibly for other nefarious adult activities.
I have no idea. No.
No.
Or anything else that comes from swing dancing, according to the Baptists.
Hey, fellowship and good times. Well,
Exactly. That's why no, they don't let you dance in Waco.
Bro, I grew up in
you're
Lynchburg, Virginia.
forbidden.
Trust me. If you want to talk about what Southern Baptists don't let you do, try being Jewish in a town of 67,000 Southern Baptists. They don't
That's
breathe.
fair.
Yeah.
That is
Anyway,
that is fair. But
that's a discussion.
Footloose was based in Texas.
That is
Or
a
no,
good
I'm
point.
sorry, it was based in Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma or Texas? I can't remember.
I think it was
Because I
Oklahoma.
think they went right across the border from wherever they were. God dang.
The
Beaumont?
real question is,
Anyway.
does the moon? Can they see the moon in Footloose?
They're not allowed to moon people.
I'm just trying to bring it full circle, man. I'm trying to stitch
But
it all
it is
together.
a northern hemisphere town, so the moon
Yeah.
would be upright and
Okay.
the phases would go in the right direction.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right.
Max, this has been a fantastic show. I appreciate you being on. We have gone past the hour. We've gone just a little bit long. I'll let you say your good nights. I'm not going to obligate you to stick around any longer, and we will bid you farewell and then wrap up the show right after. How's that sound?
All right. Well, brother, I look forward to meeting you in person and seeing your beautiful tap room. And man, all of the best with the old humble whiskey, my friend. I've tried it. Lisa, let me sample a little bit. It's delicious, and I just can't wait to shake your hand, meet you in person. And Lisa, I will see you hopefully here in the beautiful state of friendship we like to call Texas here pretty soon.
Yes. October.
I'll see you in October. Maybe
Awesome.
drag maybe drag this gentleman out to a show. Can hang
Are you
out.
going to be down here in Houston, or are you going to be playing up there in Dallas?
I don't know.
Where the
Lisa, where
Mavericks
are you?
normally play.
I'm like, my friend Barbara is, really my cruise director for this.
Okay.
I just, I want to say you guys are in, Raul's at Brontex, and then you guys play, I want to say Lotus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see you out there. I love you too, Mommy.
Beautiful. Oh, yes. That's so sweet. Thank you, Christopher Holly. And who else we got here? And Moose's gal and Lisa's mama. And yeah, thank you. All right. Well,
an old buddy of mine from high school, Marco's been lurking
Yeah.
about in the comments as well.
Beautiful. Yeah.
We got a whole crew.
All right. I love it. Well, y'all, thanks to everyone who joined us, and hope to see y'all somewhere out there in the world soon. And yeah, I'll say good night to y'all. Thanks for having me. It's been a blast.
Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
thanks much, Max. Again,
This has been a blast.
appreciate it tremendously. Thanks for coming out, man.
All right. See y'all soon. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Miss Lisa, this has been a fun show. Thank you
This
for
has been a
thank you
fun
so much
show.
for inviting Max on with us and getting him to come out and join us.
He-
And
Yes, he's so talented and so nice, and such. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara says
What was
hello.
Oh.
She just texted me.
I heard a ding. I'm like, where? I'm looking at all my knobs and gizmos and
Yeah, that was my
switches and
computer.
buttons, looking for where the damn ding came from. I don't get dings on my computer very often. Cool.
So yeah, and in October we will see Max in Helotus with the Mavericks.
Very cool.
But like, he's just such a nice guy, and one of the things that I so appreciate about the band is that they really have, made friends with their fans, and like Max and I don't know why my mom said me too, but that like Max, Barbara, and I went to dinner one night when they were playing Austin for 3 nights, and we just had the best time. So
That's cool.
we're friends on Goodreads too. So I may have just blown Max's cover that he's a big nerd too.
I kind of guessed that he had a nerdish tendencies. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. He's gonna totally love the space whiskey concept. He's gonna want a bottle. Whiskey that's been to space?
No, whiskey, Joe. No,
there's going to be space whiskey. Yeah, if it is physically possible to do it, we're gonna do it. We'll make it legal. I ain't worried about that at all. There's enough empty space in West Texas that I can send something out into space and bring it back and not kill anybody. At least not anybody important. We'll be fine. Maybe hit a kangaroo. Teach that jackass a lesson.
Right.
And they're so smug, just sitting there, like smoking their little cigarettes with their little kangaroo arms. You just want to smack them. They're just looking at you. They're all wearing the vest without shirt, just jacked with their little 6-pack abs. And they're just like, so smug, man. Anyway, so what books have you read this week? Since you don't watch TV, you have to do something productive with your time.
I did watch some TV. I watched one episode of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and watched, I think, 4 episodes of season 8 of Grey's Anatomy.
All right.
So
I discovered a new show on the Netflix called it's not a new show, it's an old show. Ricky Gervais Afterlife or Life no, it's Afterlife. I'm on the 2nd episode now. I started watching it yesterday. His wife dies and he's contemplating life after death. It's a fascinating show.
cool. Well, let's see.
Imagine getting crushed by the return space capsule with the space whiskey. See, that'd be a great way to go. Just get conked in the head by a big cask of whiskey.
This is exactly what I imagine happening to someone. And then
but it'll be coming down on a parachute. If you get hit by something that's parachuting to the earth, you deserve to be hit by something parachuting to the earth. I mean, all you got to do is, like, you see it come down, you just like, and then thump, it hits the ground. If you get hit by that, you had it coming. You deserved it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And I think in Texas, the he had it coming defense is a legitimate defense.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Plaintiff's attorney
sure
is going to send you a nasty gram, and I'm going to have to deal with that. No, thank you.
I get a cease and desist letter from my own legal team. That would be great. Dear Mr. Brita. Oh my.
Enclosed,
great.
please find a 3x5 note card. Please
find my hand and slap it across your own face. Thank
Do
you.
not do this.
please find the enclosed note card that says no. Staple it to your wall and refer to it every time you think of something stupid. Geez, should I do this? Oh, it says no. I probably. Let me look over here. Definitely yes. Awesome. Thanks, other wall. Found the loophole.
Put that there. So, yeah. So, what are you doing? What is that, Joe? Joe, we have no sound. Cannot hear you. You might as well be talking into a soup can. My mom says she's sleeping. Seriously, Joe, cannot hear you.
Is that better?
Yes, but
Okay.
you have driven off my mother. So
My microphone died. So, but besides, my bottle tells me it's pretty much time for the show to end.
Indeed. Say goodnight,
So,
Joe.
Lisa. Good night, Lisa. Thank you so
Good
much,
night, Joe.
guys. If y'all want to hang around for the after party, I've got like another 20 minutes or something that I got to do on a live show after this for our live game night that we're going to be that we're doing for this week with Conflict of Nations. We'll be back next week. I have more trivia for you next week, Lisa.
My favorite thing.
Yes, and this one would be, well, I don't want to spoil it, but it has to do with a poll of people fighting animals. You're not going to want to miss this one.
A what?
A poll taken by pollsters, people asking people, what kind of animal do you think you can beat? Elephant,
Okay.
jaguars, large dogs, small dogs, geese, that sort of thing.
Is this why you've been hung up on the kangaroos tonight?
Now, I've been playing on the 1,000th episode for months.
Okay.
I'm going to beat the hell out of a kangaroo because they're just so smug. They're smug. They have that cool Australian accent. They think they're all that. They just need to be put in their place.
Okay. Well.
And that's how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be.
Well,
so
I look forward to trivia questions next week.
That kangaroo has it coming. That's just how it is.
Yes. And, I'm collecting material to add to that Unhinged album. So
that'd be fantastic. We can do some Unhinged next week. We can do some trivia next week. And maybe since it's the last, let's see, it's the show before Memorial Day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the last show before
your mom is calling.
Maybe I will give away a bottle for the Memorial Day show. Or the pre-Memorial Day show. All right. Night, Lisa.
Calling.
Bye, Lisa. Boop, there goes Lisa. All right, guys. We have got we're done for the show. This has been an awesome, fantastic, fun night. Thanks, tremendous, huge thank you to Max. Thank you to Lisa for coming out and joining us. Next week, I'm going to try and get our science advisor back on the show. We're going to have a poll-based trivia, not poll, P-O-L-E, P-O-L-L based trivia. And then we'll do some Unhinged Chronicles. And we'll just have maybe we'll even give away a bottle. I'll decide on Tuesday or Wednesday if we're going to give away a bottle of whiskey. Tune in next week, guys and gals, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you. Oh, wow, 5 more episodes to go. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell and do all the things you're supposed to do. Good night.